My name is Leslie Harris. I'm the director of the Child Advocacy Project. And for those of you who don't know about the Child Advocacy Project, this is a project of the law school where students and I work on projects to advance the legal interests of children. We do things like these educational programs that you're coming to. This is our second one this year. We do research and writing on legal issues that are significant to advocates for children and make them available through our website and through other means. We work on legislative reforms and so forth. If you're interested, on the law school homepage, there's a little box across the top that says Family Law, and if you pull that down, there's a Child Advocacy Project link. You can go there to see things that we've done in the past. If you're a student and you're interested in working on this, you can get in touch with me and I'll tell you how to do that. This was supposed to be our last event of the year, but we are actually going to sort of on an impromptu basis, by popular demand, do something else, and so stand by for information about it. Amazingly enough, a number of you all have developed a sudden interest in child abuse reporting laws. And I have had some requests for information about child abuse reporting obligations, especially of lawyers. And I am in the process of getting some written materials that I'm going to make available to the law students on my law. And then I'm going to be scheduling some kind of a informal discussion for people who just want to talk about child abuse reporting issues and the Penn State case. One of the things I have been telling people is I don't know whether or not University of Oregon employees are mandatory child abuse reporters, that being a claim that's being made at the Penn State case. One of our fellows, Meredith Holly, works for the University Council, and she asked them, and they said, we don't think so. So that's our current position. We are not mandatory child abuse reporters. Our program today, I should introduce you to the other fellows. These are the people who do the great amount of the work on this project. Besides Meredith, we have Jackie Bunick, Nicole Moody, Carolyn Noon, and Laura Wood. And we have Megan Thompson, who's the assistant director. And back here, we have Amy McDonald, who is our stalwart administrative assistant who actually makes everything work. Today, the program, our program is called Judging Mothers Who Kill. It's inspired initially by the recent successful prosecution of the woman, Jeanette McNulty, what's her first name? Angela McNulty, who tortured her teenage daughter to death. And Oregon has its share of these god-awful mother killings. Diane, those of you who've been around a long time will remember Diane Downs, who also horribly killed her children. Mercifully, that's not your typical matricide. Most of the cases where mothers kill are not that awful. But we still, as a society, have very complicated responses to parents killing children, and particularly to mothers killing children. On the one hand, we're horrified. On the other hand, we are reluctant to convict and impose severe penalties on them. So it's a very complicated question of what we're doing here, what are we thinking about here. And so we have three experts today who are going to help us understand more about this. Each of these people is going to speak for 15 minutes or so, and then we're going to open it up for questions. In the order that they're going to speak, first to my far right is Eric Hasselman, who is the successful prosecutor in the McAnulty case. He went to the University of Oregon undergraduate. I'm sorry to say he went to Willamette for law school, but we have to forgive him. He clerked for a trial judge here in Eugene before becoming an assistant district attorney in 1995. He is one of the lawyers in the Lane County District Attorney's Office who handles the biggest, most difficult cases. He's now on the major crimes team, which deals with murder, sexual assault, and child sexual abuse. In 2010, he received the Randy Nunnenkamp Champion for Children Award, and he does a lot of teaching for the Police Academy. After he speaks, we will have Joe Metcalf. Joe Metcalf is a criminal defense lawyer here in Eugene with his partner, Sarah Peterson. Before he moved to Eugene, he was a public defender in Washington, D.C., and he worked for the Justice Department in the Computer Crime and Intellectual Property section. He has also taught at Georgetown University, and we were very fortunate to have him on our faculty for a number of years. And then our final speaker will be Bonnie Mann, who is an associate professor of philosophy here at the University of Oregon. Before she became an academic, she was a social justice activist working in the battered women's movement, anti-imperialist and anti-racist movements, and movements for economic justice. She is working on a book right now called Gender Lessons from the War on Terror. She writes about feminist philosophy and social critique, and regularly draws on feminist care ethics and maternal ethics for her research. And she is the mother of 4, count them, 4 daughters. So I give you our panel.